Nine-time UP 200 race champion Ryan Anderson is back at the race this year after his most recent win in 2022.
And Jessica Goska joins us back in the My UP News studio. She spoke with him earlier during his preparations for the event to learn more about the musher from Minnesota.
Ryan Anderson's whole life has revolved around sled dogs.
My dad had just a crazy inclining to get some sled dogs, or he was always interested in sled dogs when we were young. So there was a family that moved down from Nome, Alaska to my hometown, and they put an ad in the paper. They're looking for local handler help. So my dad went over there, and then soon enough we brought dogs home, and then now we got 10 dogs home, and now it's 12 dogs home, and now it's 20 dogs home, and so then it just kind of grew from there.
The now 9-time UP 200 champion completed his first junior 2-dog race at just 5 years old. As he grew up, his passion for the sport grew, and so did his team. For this year's UP 200, he trained 18 dogs, but because of weather-related cancellations in recent years, most of those dogs have little to no race experience.
I think I've got maybe 3 dogs that have run the race before. The challenge this year is going to be like 2 years ago or 3 years ago now, when there actually was a race, like a yearling dog that was training all year, he might not have went on the team. Now he's 3 or 4 and he's still never been to the race. That's going to be the trick for everybody involved.
Nearly every musher at the race this year is in the same boat. Their dogs aged without any experience, but they'll come to the race with hundreds of training miles under their belt. Anderson's team completed about 1,700 training miles for this event, though the size of his training team led him to ride many of those miles on a 4-wheeler or a snowmobile, not a sled.
And that's going to be part of the hard thing for me this year is, and I'm trying not to get too worked up about it, but most of the competition has been on sleds or is on sleds, and I am not yet. So hopefully it's not a disadvantage, but we'll see.
Despite his lack of sled training ahead of this year's race, Anderson expressed confidence in his UP 200 team. No matter what the race outcome, though, the joy of this musher's experience lies in being a part of an incredible bond.
The relationship that you build with these dogs is pretty incredible. I mean, there's so many memories from the race as far as all the dogs I brought there, and it's just the time spent with them builds this incredible relationship. Everything's getting more and more expensive, like dog food now, like it's $70 a bag for dog food, and we keep doing it. I don't know, like there's obviously a reason we keep doing it.
After a 2-year hiatus, Anderson says he can't wait to hit the UP 200 trails once again.
I come back basically because of how the event is run. It's just a great event. There's a lot of community support, a lot of sponsor support. That's what makes it such a great event. The community rallies around it, the whole UP.
And for those event spectators who dream of racing with their own team someday, Anderson offers this advice.
Start with some good dogs and don't push yourself too far too fast. And learn as much as you can. If you need help with anything or have questions with anything, all you got to do is ask. When I was a kid, there was mushers that helped me too.
For My UP News in Marquette, this is Jessica Goska.